Alright, for all you DUSK players, this is how to get the true GigaChad settings for DUSK's graphics. This is based on the Sega Saturn port of Quake. Well, actually, it's based on a lot of Sega Saturn games. But I noticed the main thing about the Saturn port of Quake was that in the original, the color palette was largely brown. Brown was very dominant, but in the Saturn port, black and green were a little more dominant. So, to get this, what we're doing, we're going to customize color palette, and you see these settings here. Brightness 1.55. We're not trying to have it too bright because we're trying to mimic the sort of creepy black fog that was generated in Saturn games by having a low draw distance. And this will make the game more difficult, so you can turn up the brightness if that's an issue for you. Saturation, we're turning down to a negative 0.74. Contrast, 0.24. Hue, all the way down here. Actually, have I fucked with the hue? I don't know if that's really... That part's not really important, I don't think. Just don't get one of the ones that looks too blue or too yellow. Red tint is going to be the lowest. 088. Green tint is going to be 135. Blue tint, 130. These can be a little different, but the most important thing is to get the red tint the lowest, the green tint the highest. The blue's still pretty high, but not as high as the green. So then we go into advanced display settings. No bilinear filtering, no bloom, no light flares, retro palette on. I haven't tried low spec mode. They say it's not recommended. I might give it a shot. Pixelization, I put it at 4 times the nostalgic setting. You can do the Summer of 94 5 times setting, but that makes the game even too difficult for me to tell what's going on. Let me see here. Well, actually, let's see what low spec mode does. I don't think it really matters. Let's try here. Okay, now let's try turning it off. I don't really think low spec mode matters. You can have it on or off. Alright, so I'll show you some of my favorite parts of this level. This level, and I believe Steamworks are good for showing it off. Turn down the volume here too. But as you can see, we can light a fire and admire the atmospheric shittiness of the graphics. Go in here. Okay, so that's basically showing you how that works. Play around with it a little. You might be able to get it even more authentic than I did. Who knows? Anyway, that's all for this video. I'll probably do something about Flat Earth again next. I know a lot of my recent subscribers are waiting for that. Anyway, have a good one.